Dr. Tanaka, thank you so much for joining us today. It's a real honor to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm truly happy to be here and share what I've learned. Helping people stay mentally sharp after 60 is something I deeply care about.
We're excited to learn from you. So let's dive in. Many people notice that after 60, they start to feel more forgetful, slower to think, or less focused. Why does brain strength decline with age?
That's a great question and a very important one. After the age of 60, the brain naturally starts to shrink in volume. We also produce fewer important brain chemicals like dopamine and acetylcholine, which help with memory and focus. Blood flow to the brain can also decrease, especially if someone has problems with blood pressure, cholesterol, or sugar levels. But here's the good news. Much of this decline is not permanent or unavoidable. In fact, the brain can stay strong and sharp if we protect it with the right lifestyle, including what we eat, especially before sleep.
That's really interesting. So diet, especially at night, can actually affect how our brain works the next day.
Yes, what you eat before going to bed plays a bigger role than most people think. Certain foods can disturb your sleep, increase inflammation in the brain, and even block memory processing. That's why tonight's topic is so important.
Dr. Tanaka, Japan is known around the world for having one of the longest life expectancies and some of the healthiest seniors. What's different about the Japanese approach to brain health in old age?
That's true, and it's something we're proud of. In Japan, we focus on prevention much more than treatment. We teach people from a younger age how to protect their brain. For seniors, we combine science with lifestyle, especially in 3 areas: diet, daily movement, and mental activity.
Can you tell us more about those 3?
Of course. 1. Diet. We eat a lot of fermented foods like miso, natto, and pickled vegetables. These improve gut health, which has a strong connection to brain function. We also eat smaller meals and very little sugar, especially at night. 2. Daily movement. Even our elders in their 80s and 90s take short walks every day. This keeps the blood flow to the brain and helps reduce stress. 3. Mental activity. We encourage our seniors to stay curious. Many play games like Go or do calligraphy. Some even learn new things like English or music after retirement. This keeps the brain active and forming new connections.
That's amazing and very inspiring. It sounds like brain health isn't just about medicine, it's a lifestyle.
Exactly. Your brain is like a muscle. If you stop using it, it gets weak. But if you give it the right fuel and keep it active, it can stay strong even into your 90s.
Dr. Tanaka, earlier you mentioned that some foods can silently weaken the brain, especially when eaten at night. Can you tell us which foods we should avoid before sleep?
Yes, and this is very important for anyone over 60. There are 3 main types of foods that I always ask my elderly patients to avoid before bed. 1. Sugary foods like cakes, chocolate, or sweetened drinks. Sugar causes spikes in blood glucose, which can lead to poor sleep and inflammation in the brain. Over time, this can damage memory and focus. 2. Heavy, fatty meals like fried food or red meat. These are hard to digest and force the body to work during sleep, which means the brain gets less rest and less detox. 3. Processed or salty snacks like chips or instant noodles. These are high in sodium and preservatives, which can raise blood pressure and increase the risk of strokes, especially at night when circulation slows.
So even something like a little piece of cake or salty crackers could be harmful?
Yes, especially if it becomes a habit. A healthy brain needs deep, high-quality sleep. These foods interfere with that, and over time, they silently reduce brain strength, especially memory and decision-making ability.
That's a wake-up call for a lot of us. What would you suggest instead for a light evening snack?
Great question. I usually recommend something light and calming, like a small bowl of miso soup, warm chamomile tea, or a banana with a few almonds. These help the brain relax and prepare for deep sleep.
Before we wrap up, Dr. Tanaka, could you share your top tips for anyone over 60 who wants to sleep better and keep their brain sharp?
Of course. I always tell my patients, just follow these 4 simple habits every evening. 1. Eat light and early. Try to finish your dinner at least 3 hours before going to bed. 2. Create a calming routine. Turn off screens, dim the lights, maybe take a warm shower or read a few pages of a book. 3. Avoid negative thoughts before bed. Try to reflect on something positive, even small. A calm mind sleeps better. 4. Keep the bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. This improves the quality of deep sleep, which is when your brain clears toxins and restores memory strength.
Beautiful advice. Simple, practical, and powerful. Dr. Tanaka, thank you so much for joining us. Your wisdom is truly appreciated.
Thank you. I'm happy to share, and I hope your listeners will take care of their brain. It's never too late to start.
And to everyone watching or listening, if you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to Strong After 60, and share this episode with a loved one. Let's grow stronger together, one good habit at a time. See you in the next episode.